Hello, my name is Taylor, and I'd like to do a quick demo video on what I think will be one of the more creative Wordle ports out there, at least what I've seen. Today I'll be demonstrating Wordle on Joey Castillo's Sensor Watch. So this is a project that I backed on Crowd Supply earlier this year. For those of you that don't know the project, it's essentially a tiny programmable microcontroller that lives in the Casio F91W series of watches that look just like this. I'll go ahead and link it in the description. It's a very cool project. I'm not sure if you can still buy it or back it or whatever, but if you're interested, I definitely recommend it. Looks like it's going to be a really cool project. I'm really excited to receive my board, so I wanted to combine that excitement with the game my girlfriend and I have been playing a little while, and that's obviously Wordle. But before I begin, I just want to do a quick overview on the controls and UI of this Wordle port. Now, obviously, on the Casio here, we're a lot more confined in terms of what we can display to the user. Can't really be flashy and have all the colors and flipping words and stuff like that like the original game. But since the game and the rules of the game are incredibly simple, the only important information that you really need in order to coherently play the game are minimal. So on the top row of the watch on the left there, you're going to see your cursor position. That's what that number represents. It goes from 0 to 5, and it will indicate which letter you're currently editing in the guess box, right? Your cursor position is changed by hitting the alarm button, and the number to the right of this will indicate how many guesses you have left. So in Wordle, the original game, you have 6, and this number will count down from 6 to 1 in terms of your guesses. And then finally, on the bottom here, where Wordle currently is, that will be the guess box that you have, and each letter is changeable by hitting the mode button, and you cycle through all the letters in your guess again by hitting the alarm button. To submit your guess, the cursor needs to go all the way to the right of the word, so you got to get to this 5th letter here, and then you'll hit submit one more time, and then there will be a screen displaying your feedback on how you did for your guess. So now that we have the basic controls out of the way, let's go ahead and play a game and see how it works. We've gone ahead and started a new game, so you can see the cursor position here has gone to 1, and we're at the first guess. Now this version of Wordle has 365 valid 5-letter words, and it's word bank, which is randomly accessed when you first launch the app. So you can get a new word to guess on each app launch instead of having to wait a whole day. So let's go ahead and put in our first word. I'm personally more of a crane guy, but I know my girlfriend likes to do story. So I'll go ahead and do both and demonstrate how to put in the letters, and then I'll skip ahead to the 2 possible outcomes, win or lose. All right, so I put in crane, so let's go ahead and see how this guess did. So I'm going to go ahead and submit this word, and it's going to take us to our guess result screen. So for this version of Wordle, what's going to happen is if the letters are flashing, then that means that the letter is in the word, but they're not in the right location. If any of these letters were solid, that means that we got the right word in the right location. So now that I have this feedback, I'm going to go ahead and put in story, and then we'll go ahead and see what the final word turned out to be. So that's pretty much Wordle on the sensor watch. As you can see, it's a little cumbersome to play, but it's a good way to play it if you're offline and just need a light, quick version of Wordle. Personally, I found that it's a lot easier to play this game if you have the letters and guesses written out on a piece of paper as if you're playing the computer or mobile game. Um, But like I said, very excited for this project, and I can't wait to play this once I get my sensor watch.